So abruptly.
And they're off. You feel me? You need to hit them with the pew. Man. So we already here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna kick it off like a football game. This is this the turnaround, bro. You know what I'm saying? God, Santa, Israel, and Dark. You feel me?
Let there be light. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? No doubt. The thing about the what's so important about what we talking about today is the misunderstanding of what we talking about today. Mm-hmm. And if you pay attention to that thumbnail that we have on here, it speaks in volume about the misunderstanding of what we have today. We typed in Adam and Eve, and the first picture that popped up is a picture of a man, a woman, a snake,
an apple, yeah,
and an apple.
Apple, bro. Apple, bro.
Why does an apple pop up in the picture?
Who said
and why do we not question those type of things? See, nobody. The world, society. They feed us these concepts and we bite into them.
Yeah.
They feed us these concepts and we bite into them. The scripture don't say the word apple anywhere.
Hey, them folks went and made a phone and everything from that in their mind.
Hey, and we adopted.
Yeah.
See, the association of words is an important defect in today's society, in our minds, in your mind and my mind. We associate words and just automatically assume things by the association of words. And that gives us a hard time understanding what reality is, how we should really come about things. You know, me and Dark was chopping it up on this subject, and it's a lot of things that we have a misunderstanding about as a whole, as a people, as a community. There's a big misunderstanding.
How did we get apple though, bro? I'm stuck on that for a minute.
Come on. What you think?
How do we just say?
You tell me what you think.
Let me bring out a script or something. Let me see what's going on. Let me
go to it. Go to it. Let's get some specifics.
Let's see where we're gonna start from. Should we just start from 126 or what are you thinking?
Well, you said 1 and 26?
Yeah, that's gonna be the creation. That's gonna be, in the image.
Yeah, 1 and 26. We already got that down in the notes to hit. So 1 and 26 is technically not where you go to. You looking for more of
2:16 of every tree? Yeah, let me see that one right there.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to 2:16.
15. Start at 15
Start
if you
want. 15. I got you. For sure. Yah took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and keep it. And the Lord Yah commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat. That would have been the apple right there, bro.
It ain't said nothing.
It did. We said every tree though, bro. I'm just saying that would have been.
I'm with you.
Everything else, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's go.
I'm with you, bro.
And the Lord Yah commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die.
Where you get apple from though? How
So
you
I was
get
trying to go
apple
back.
out of that?
I was trying to go back and read and make sure I didn't see, because it
You
said,
didn't?
but the tree of knowledge of good and evil
Uh-huh.
thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day
Uh-huh.
that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die.
Mm-hmm.
So if we looking at it from the worldly aspect, if I eat an apple, I'm gonna die.
Man, but look, so now you have to go all the way to Snow White, or you know what I'm saying? What did she
Mm,
give? What she give Snow White? You see how this they
mhm,
started to connect these
mhm.
things for us as children. They prep us for these understandings.
That's wicked. That's
They
wicked,
prep
right?
us for these understandings, bro.
And the Lord Yah
It's
said, it is not good
come on.
that the man should be alone.
Mm-hmm.
I shall make him and help Salaki. I will make him and help meet for him.
Uh-huh.
And out of the ground, the Lord Yah formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. Ooh, Adam named the fowl of the air
Yeah,
and the
he
beast of the
named all
field,
of them. Uh-huh. He named all of them.
and whatsoever Adam called every living thing creature. And
Jump to three. Jump to 3 and
three,
1. Salaki.
three and
Yeah.
one. Okay, let's go. Now the serpent was any beast of the field which the Lord Yah had made,
Mm-hmm.
and he said unto the woman, yeah, had Yah said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. That's a question mark. Ye should not eat every tree of the
Mm-hmm.
garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. She knew,
Okay. It
but
said,
of
the woman said to the serpent, we can't eat the fruit of the trees that are in the garden. But God said, what? What did y'all say?
but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yah hath said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Lest ye die. Salaki.
Yeah, unless you die. So look, it still only says fruit.
Mm, no
It
apple
still only
still, huh?
no apple still.
Mm, mm,
No
mm.
apple still, bruh.
And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. Ooh, dirty rotten scoundrel.
Boy, I'm telling
For
you.
y'all don't know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as little G's. That's a
So
God,
okay,
but
go
little G's.
Salaki. Go to
Hmm.
Galatians 5 and 22.
I got you. It's already a good lesson, bro. It's already
We ain't even jumped in there, man.
a good one. But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. And they that are Yahweh have have crucified the flesh with the affections and lust. If we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit. Let us not be desirous of vainglory, provoking one another, envying one another.
So that's a different fruit right there, ain't it, Dart?
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I still haven't seen an apple yet. You hear me? I haven't seen
So
an
that
apple
lets you
yet.
know that when it says fruit, it doesn't necessarily mean the edible fruit, a vegetation, because that said the fruit of the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
That's all right, bro.
So when you go to the blue letter and you look up Genesis 3:3, the Hebrew word for fruit there is going to be peri, P-E-R-I, peri,
Paris.
peri, P-E-R-I. And the meaning of that word is a generic term for fruit in both biblical and modern Hebrew. The word can also be used in a figurative sense to represent abundance, prosperity, and the richness of life. Did you hear what I just said, Dort?
Yep. I heard you, brother. I heard you loud and clear. Prosperity of life. You hear me?
What? Richness, prosperity, an abundance. And it also can be used in a figurative sense. So why did that have to be an apple in Genesis 3:3? When fruit can represent all these other lovely, great things. You see what I'm saying? Wouldn't that be that much more potent?
So we picked.
We didn't pick.
Out of all the stuff we could have
didn't
picked.
pick. You got to understand.
You hear me? Out of all the stuff we could
It
have
was
picked.
given to us. We didn't pick. That's the thing we gotta remember, man. We still have residue on our minds from earlier teachings. That's what we gotta shake. We gotta shake that, man.
You're right, bro.
Even when you get to a point of understanding like I'm at, I still have residue on my mind. It's hard to unlearn things. It's hard to unlearn things. You got to know that in the 19th, I guess you could say the 19th century, that they took the Bible and created their own Bible, and it's titled Select Parts of the Holy Bible. And it was selected to be used to teach slaves. So they took out a whole bunch of stuff. Obadiah, ain't none of Obadiah in there. Well, none of Exodus in there. They took these things out to reteach us, brainwash us, learn us all over. And so why not just tell them the fruit is an apple? Why not just tell them the fruit is an apple? Let's just lead them on a wild goose chase. Let's just lead them on a wild goose chase.
This is apple nowhere.
It's not even in there. This is the start of man. This is how you restart man. This is how you crank them up all over again. Let's go to Genesis 1 and maybe start at 26. Let's see, can we try to turn around the understanding of our people? Let's see, can we try to teach them something that they already know? Do that make sense? Can I teach you something that you already know?
For sure.
If you don't know it properly,
like you said,
then I can't. If you don't know it properly,
residue, that residue. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that rest, we got,
It's easy.
whew, got to get that washed out.
The Genesis 1:26 says, "And God said, Let us make man in our image, after our
Stop, Salakia,
likeness,
Salakia,
and let
Salakia,
them."
Salakia, 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 Salakia.
Mhm.
Just read that beginning right there again before that comma.
And Yah said,
Uh-huh. Keep going.
Let us make man in our image.
Okay. So he said, let us make man in our image. This is already plural, right?
That's right. Oh, you are.
Let us make man our image. And so we also know that in the beginning, the word was with Yah.
That's right.
And we also know that the word is Yahweh Shah. The word is with Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
So here we have that us. Let's paint that new picture. Let's get this new picture painted, because the Most High ain't there by himself.
Because
We just
it's a
read the
us and
scripture.
our all through that thing, ain't it, man?
Okay. So let's just understand that the way that we are made, the way that we look as Israelites, is the way that Yah, Yahweh, B'Shem Mashiach, Yahweh Shah, him and his son, is this image, because that's how we are made. So this is how both the Most High look. This is how Yahweh Shah look. Keep going, bro.
After our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over all creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So
Go ahead,
Yah
27.
created man in his own image, and the image of Yah created him, him. Male and female created
Stop.
he them.
Stop right there. It said male and female.
Mm-hmm.
Yah created male and female in Genesis 1:27. And we're not talking about Adam laying down and having his meat, his mate, his helper, his counterpart created from his rib. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the Most High making a male and a female. So he just made more than one being. Am I right, Dark?
It says I'm gonna read it again. It says Yah created man in his own image. In the image of Yah created he him. And there's a semicolon right there. Male and female created he them.
He created them. He created them. So go to 28 and let's see what he told them.
And Yah blessed them, and Yah said unto them, Be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And Yah said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in which is the fruit of the tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And for
All right, stop right there. Stop right there, Salakia. So, in order for them to be fruitful and multiply, it had to be more than one man created. And it couldn't be just a male. Because he said, be fruitful and multiply. So here we have the Most High creating a male and a female in early Genesis. Genesis 1:26-27. 28, he told them, be fruitful and multiply. And he hadn't created Eve yet. He hadn't created Eve yet. Because Eve is created from the rib of Adam. And they hadn't even talked about the rib yet. So here we have the early creations of man, the start of man, and Eve hadn't even been made yet. Also, he stated, I'm going to give you all the herbs bearing seeds. Which brings out another great point. If the herb does not have seeds, that ain't for you, bro.
They said for meat too, bro. It said you shall be for
herbs for meat. So let's don't try to use that scripture where he created herbs, because everybody took what Smokey said on Friday and ran with it. When Smokey said, this is a comedy, might I make sure you remember. Friday was a comedy, not a documentary. Smokey said God made this, he put this on earth for me and you. Well, boy, that makes sense. Be eaten for meat. Hey, do a mushroom got seeds?
I don't think I ever seen a seed in a mushroom. I don't think I ever seen nobody grow a mushroom
Mushrooms
from a
don't
seed.
have seeds.
What is considered a fungus? Am I right?
It's a fungi. It's a fungi. And so not only does it not have seeds, it's not even an herb. Don't you know you can get mushroom-based products in a herbal store? That don't make no sense. Do sea moss have seeds?
Moss. Yeah, break that word up a little bit, bro. So we gonna see in moss, right?
Fungi.
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 Moss don't
moss
don't even grow. It don't grow like it don't grow how a normal plant with seeds grow. Like you don't water and you watch it grow and sprout up and have it and watch it be fruitful. You know what I'm saying?
Mushrooms don't need light to grow. They grow in dark, moisture places. Moss don't need light to grow. Let's go to Mark 10:6. Let's just jump and see if we see something else.
Ten and 6.
Yeah.
Mark 10:6 said of the creation of Yah, Salaki, but from the beginning of the creation, Yah made the male and female. For the cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and they twine shall be one flesh, so that they are no more twain but one flesh.
So again, Salaki, I was just saying again, there it is. He creating them. Go jump to Genesis 5:2.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
I got you.
You can start at 5:1 and read to 5:2. Just bagging up that point, because the Most High said, let it be 2 or 3 witnesses. It ain't gonna, if you can only find one scripture to back up a point, then that point that need to be rethought. Because it's always gonna be another precept to back up what your understanding is. So let's just jump to 5 and go to 1, read 1 and 2, and let's just see what it says.
Genesis chapter 5, verse 1. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In this day that Yah created man, in the likeness of Yah made he him. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam. In the day when they
Whoa.
Yes, that's good right
Spirit, spirit, spirit.
there. That's good
Whoa,
right there.
time out. Spirit. He called their name? What?
Their
Can you read
name.
that again back?
Male
Just read
and female created.
Uh-huh.
Male and female created he them, and blessed them,
Uh-huh.
and called their name Adam. In the day when they were created.
All the men and women were called Adam. How did we not read this? Because we have residue on our mind from what we were taught. When you go into reading these, you already know, so you don't even pay it actually says. Do you feel what I'm saying, Dark? Is you with me?
I do. Yeah, I'm with you all the way. I'm
just trying to make sure I'm making sense, because the Most High created a male and a female in Genesis 1, and he called their name Adam. So they don't have
not
names
Adam
yet.
Eve. It's a Adam.
They don't have names.
That's a whole line. That's a whole line, bro.
That's an Adamite. These are the Adamites. You understand what I'm saying? You got a person named Adam, but you also have a people named Adam. And the scripture is going to talk about that from time to time. Sometimes when it says Adam, it's referring to the nation, a people. And sometimes when it says Adam, it's referring to a person. Is that hard to understand, bro? Do that make sense?
No, not at all. Not at all.
We're trying to reteach people. Understanding. Look, get your phone and look up what are Adamites. Just look it up, just see what you get, bro.
Adamite preferably refers to members of certain sects who, in their pursuit of spiritual purity, hold on. Salakia. Let me read that again. I'm just reading it from
Uh-huh.
Let me blow it up. The Edomites, also called Edomanians, were adherents of an early Christian group in North Africa. In the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th centuries.
4th century.
They wore no clothing during their religious service. They were later reports of similar sects in Central Europe during the late Middle Ages.
So let's just be clear that Adamites are an actual people. Let's just be clear of that. Let's also be clear that the scripture said, what you say, verse Salaki? What you say?
It said a group. It's a group.
Let's also be clear that it said the Most High God called their name Adam. Let's just be clear that the scripture said that. It's no private interpretation of the scripture saying he called their name Adam. It's no private interpretation of that. We know that there is plural. He called their name Adam. Also, let's jump to Genesis 3:20.
Verse 20 says, and Adam called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of all living. Unto Adam also and to his wife did the Lord Yah make coats of skin and clothe them.
Okay, so look, the Most High
And
called
Lord
their
Yah,
name Adam.
okay.
Salakia, the Most High called their name Adam. Adam named his wife Eve. I didn't know Adam named his wife.
Yeah, I didn't
Adam
either.
named his wife Eve. Before that, they were all just called Adam. They
So
were
he
all just called
actually,
Adam before that.
that's good right there. That's good right there.
You see what I'm saying?
Mother of all living. That's what Eve is.
That's what it means. That's what it means, because this is you finna be the start of my family. And before that, before we get to Genesis 3, he didn't lay down and take his rib. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't lay down and take his rib. So don't this help you get an understanding of Cain killing Abel? Not an understanding of why he did it. But we can get an understanding. We can help out on that too. Let's help get an understanding of why he did that too. Let's go to 3. And what did I bring that out earlier? Hold up. Yeah, I know where it was at. 3. No, it wasn't.
3?
It was 5. It was 4 because
okay.
5, because what we thought was so amazing was how long Adam lived. That's how we got to it. So go to 4 and 26. 4 and 26.
All right. That was 5 talking about how long he lived, all right?
Yep, it was. Go to 4 and 26. Let's get an understanding of why Cain did what he did.
Genesis chapter 4, 26. And to Seth, to him also there was a born son, and he called his name Enos. Then began man to call upon the name of the Yah.
So look, in 4 and 26, in 4 and 25, you got Adam. Adam made love to his wife again, Eve. They gave birth to a son and named him Seth. Then Seth had a son and named him Enos or Enosh. And at that time, people began to worship the Lord. This is the beginning of the worship of the Lord. So before 4 and 26, not properly, it said this is the beginning.
Then
of
began man to call upon the name of the Lord. They ain't never called upon the name. They ain't never said the name or nothing.
Man just started to call upon the name of the Lord. So of course Cain killed Abel, malice in his heart. worshiping properly, which goes, hey, that go with us today, bro. You hear me? If you don't worship the Lord, it's gonna be a bunch of Cains running around here. A bunch of Cains running around here.
That's all right, bro.
A bunch of them. So, so let's go to let's see.
Let's bring out that 5 one time, bro. Let me find that in the
Jump in it.
5. 5 and 5. Genesis 5 and 5 says, and all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. 930 years.
That man saw some
That's
stuff,
way older than Methuselah. You hear me? That's way older than Methuselah.
Methuselah is in 5 and 25.
Okay. And Methuselah, Shalaki, lived 187 years and begot Lamech.
So Methuselah only lived 187 years.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam lived 930 years. So why my mama used to say, boy, they older than Methuselah?
And not old as Adam. You know what I mean?
And not old as Adam. This is the residue, man. These things were given to us. I don't know the reason behind that. I can't tell you why they gave that to us like that. But it's certain things that until we go and do that work ourselves, till we pick it up and read it, we just not gonna know it.
Mm-hmm.
We just not gonna know it, bruh. Go to Genesis 4 and start about 11. This is when Cain this is when Cain killed his brother. This is afterward. This is the aftermath. Come on.
Genesis 4:11 says, and now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from the face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me.
Hold on, stop, Salakia, right there. So if the Most High had only created Adam and Eve, that's 2 people. They gave birth to Cain and Abel. That's 4 people. Cain killed Abel. We back down to 3 people. Who Cain talking about gonna kill him? He said, anyone who find me gonna kill me. How could it possibly only be Adam and Eve made at this time?
That's right, bro.
How could that be? He's afraid that whoever find me is gonna kill me. This bags up. He called their name Adam. This bags up. He made him male and female. This bags up the Adamites roaming the earth.
Let me read that.
Hey, hold up. Sister Quay said go back to 27. What I guess 5 and 27.
26. All right.
Wow, you right, Quay. Why would it say that? All right, we misread that.
Genesis 5:27
All praise
says,
to the Most
and
High. All praise to the Most High.
all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. All praise to the Most High.
Methuselah outlived Adam. All praise to the Most High,
Yep.
Sister Quay. This just goes to
That's a
show
good eye. Mhm.
how thorough we have to be. Good eye. Because there is actually a period in 5 and 25. It says Methuselah lived 187 years. Period.
Mm-hmm.
But the next sentence is, then he became the father of Lamech. Period. Do we got a period? Do we got a period on there where you looking at, bro?
He got it's like a semicolon. You talking about 25, right?
Yeah, 25.
That's a colon. It's like a colon, bro.
Okay. It had a period on mine. Methuselah lived 187 years and it has a period right there. All praise to the Most High. Sister Quay, you all right. You correct.
Mm-hmm.
And this brings out another point. This brings out another point. You can never be too strong, too proud to correct it. Bro, that right there, that's hey, look, understanding is what we out here searching for.
Sure.
And look, Quay, when we were going over this, we didn't even read it out because that's not even what we was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
We wasn't even looking for. We just happened to run up on it, and Dart was just like, "Man, let's go back to that," because he thought it was interesting. All praise to the Most High, Sister Quay. We so appreciate that. So I guess it's a reason for to be old as Methuselah then.
Mm-hmm.
Because he got to be the only person that outlived Adam. But I'm gonna give a salute to Adam because he still put in some numbers. I ain't gonna take that away from him. He put in some numbers. He did 930. But that 969, ooh wee. Boy, you know that's almost 1,000 years.
Yeah,
That boy's
sure.
almost 1,000 years old. Boy, he put up some numbers. Let's go back to what we was at. What you was just reading?
That is going to be, was that 4? Was that 4?
Maybe 4 and 12, maybe. No, 4 and 12 says he put a curse on the ground. The ground ain't gonna produce no crops for Cain. So go to 13. 14 where you was at. Matter of fact, you stopped at 14. So start at 15, Salaki. Sister Quay said she seen it on the screen when we were scrolling away. All praise for paying attention.
So I stopped at 14.
Yeah, you stopped at 14. Read 15.
Okay. Genesis chapter 4:15 says, and the Lord said unto him, therefore, whoever slayed Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she cooked. Wait a minute. And
what?
Cain knew his wife, bro.
He met his wife and made love to her.
And she conceived and bare Enoch. And he built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch.
Okay, so Enoch, look, Salakia, this just goes further to show there were other people already created. Because Adam had Cain and Abel. Adam and Eve had Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel. Cain was banished away banished away east of
He
Eden, the
ran up
land of
on her.
Nod,
He
and
ran up
met
on
his
her.
wife. Not only were people not trying to kill you, but hey, you had somebody out there that was willing to love you, Cain. Now, Cain met his wife. She couldn't have been his sister because incest goes against the commandments.
That's right.
That wasn't his sister. So don't let nobody tell you that they had to, incest had to be a thing in order for the world to get. Don't let nobody tell you that. The Most High had already thought about this. He already had made man and woman, male and female. Cain didn't just go and just run up on his sister way over in the east of. Come on, man. Bro, that don't make sense. So we have multiple people created, more than one person made. Let's get this residue off our mind of what we already think we know, what we were already taught. Let's get a better understanding of the things that we think we already understand. You have to go into it with an open mindset in order to get the correct understanding. That's just plain and simple. That's what we're trying to do. This is our attempt in turning around the understanding. Let's turn it around, bro. Let's get a better understanding.
Cain's son, Enoch, man. That's pretty good right there.
Oh, that got you right there, didn't
it? Yeah, that's pretty good right there.
See, Cain had the spirit of Esau.
Mm.
He had the spirit of Esau on him. This is the beginning of a world that is not as pure as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning of a world is not as pure as it should be, man. But to know that before Eve was even made, that there were women. How did that make you? What did that make you think of, Dart? What is that? How did that make you feel? Because you know, all our life we were taught Adam and Eve were the first two made. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did it make you feel when you go back and you read these scriptures and you know? For me, it makes me know how much more I have to read throughout the Bible.
Mm-hmm. Just
I
like
can't
when
have no.
Just like when Sister Quay peeped out, like, hey, we missed that. You know what I'm saying? It's easy.
That's right.
Easy for you to miss something.
Man, perfect example.
Easy for you to miss something.
Yeah,
But that
I'm with you on that, bro.
That it made me think about when the Most High breathed that breath. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It made me think about that. I don't know why. It just made me think about.
Because it's easy to get a misunderstanding, bro. Like you said, it's easy to miss something. It's easy to get a misunderstanding. Like I made that status on Facebook today. And the status just says sea moss is a living thing of the waters that does not have fins and scales. And it was certain people that got
cancellation. Bro, that's a double cancellation right there. You know that?
Most definitely. It don't have seeds. And it don't have fins and scales.
Mm.
Those are characteristics that it must have in order for it to be for us. These are just characteristics it's gotta have for it to be for us, bro. And if it don't have those characteristics, it's not for us. Not for that purpose. Everything he made it for us, but not for that purpose.
You want to take them to that? You want to segue that, bro, with that Noah?
Man, come on, bring it out, bro. Bring it out. Go to 6:19 or 6:18. You can probably start at 17 for the context, but I'm sure this is somewhat familiar. And again, understand that even though this is a familiar story to you, open mind, no residue, residue free. Open mind and residue free. That's how you go into it in order to gain a good understanding.
16 started at 16, or should I start at? Yeah, we can start at that. Let's see. Yeah, that's 16. That'll be a good start.
Nah, 17. I said start at 17. Start at 17.
17. Okay. Genesis chapter 6, verse 17. And behold, even I, do not bring a flood of waters unto the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall. But with thee will I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons, and thy wife, and thy son's wife with thee, and of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort shalt thou bring into the ark, to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female, of fowls after their kind, and of cattle after their kind, of every creeping thing on the earth after his kind, to every sort, Salakia, shall come unto thee, and keep them alive. And take thou unto thee of all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be for food for thee and for them. Thus did Noah according to all that God commanded him, so did he.
All right, stop right there, bro. So do you see how when you read that, it said 2 of every kind? You see how I said that? Bring 2 of every living thing on the ark. Now jump to 7 and 2.
All right.
Or just start 7 and 1 and read to 2. Or read to 3.
Okay. Genesis chapter 7. And the Lord come thou and all thy house into the ark, for thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by 7, the male of his female, and the beasts that are not clean by 2, the male of his female. Of fowls also of the air by 7, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all earth. For yet 7 days, and I will for yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth.
All right, Salakia. So if someone was to read 6, Genesis 6, and just stop there, then they would think that he only told him to bring 2 of every kind of animals. But once you read 7, you see he said, for the clean animals, 7 of every kind. For the unclean animals, that's right, 2 of every kind. So even though they taught us as children that Noah was told to bring 2 of every kind of animal, you see how they incompletely taught us? They taught us without the complete understanding. I can't speak for you, but I can speak for me. That's how they taught me, Dart.
No, they taught me the same way.
They taught me.
We went to the same church.
Bro, you know I know. You know,
I thought it was just. I thought it was everybody had the same number. You know, I didn't even know about the
clean and
clean.
unclean.
Yeah, I
What?
didn't know about the clean and unclean.
That is not only is that a misteaching, not only is that a incorrect understanding, that is purposely done. Because people of today don't want you to think about clean and unclean animals.
Mm-hmm.
The people of today are going to tell you that all animals are clean.
I had somebody tell me, I forgot what script it is, but it was talking about how a shy cleaning purging all meats or something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Script.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. But that's right where we was talking about the traditions of man, washing of the hands.
Right.
It's not what goes into the man that defiles the man, but what comes out of the man. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. That's what they said.
It was talking about the Pharisees.
But you got to understand, people say crazy things. Why had somebody ask me, well, when Noah built the ark, where did he put the fish?
Mm.
Boy, you hear me? He finna flood the world with water. And you want to know where he put the fish? They stayed in the water, man. All I'm saying is people say crazy things, bro. And they be saying it trying to sound deep, like a deep thinker. Well, where he put the fish at? You know what I'm saying? Brother, you know how crazy you sound. Listen to yourself, man. That don't even make sense. Come on, bro. Why? For what? You gonna take them out of their habitat?
Ooh, they gonna be flopping. They gonna be flopping off.
What are you doing?
They had fish tanks on the ark, bro.
Come on, bro. Quay said Google will say all good clean for Christians, but pig is unclean. Or I think Salakia, all food are clean for Christians, but pigs are unclean for Jewish purposes. She right. She said smart people smart until they get around smart people.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, that just makes sense. You smart till you get around somebody smart. And they be trying to sound so deptical, such a deep thinker, a philosophy. You're such a philosophical thinker. Man, come on, man. But this is just a small portion, a small concept to show you how we miss things, how we get a misunderstanding based off the understanding that we think we have. Stop being closed-minded, bro. Let the Most High teach you. Mm-hmm. Let the word speak to you, and do a little study, do a little homework, and let the TikTok religion go.
Yeah.
Let that TikTok religion go, bro. I know your mama loved you. I know your father loved, your granny loved. I know they taught you the best of their knowledge, but does that mean that they taught you properly? It doesn't. And they don't take away from their love for you. She just didn't know. He just didn't know. Did nobody encourage?
Come on, I remember you telling me one, you was like, bro, reading fundamental.
It's just that simple.
Reading is fundamental. And see,
need I say more?
Them folks thought, they're like, we ain't gonna mess with it. We ain't gonna do nothing to it because they ain't gonna want to read it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Ain't no pictures in it. Yeah. Ain't no pictures in it. We can tell them whatever we want to. And that's what they try to do. They try to tell us whatever they want to tell us. And we bite. Most of it, we bite on it. Yeah. We don't ask no questions. We just take it and run with it.
I seen
And we'll try to learn what we don't know and add to it. Come on, what you finna say?
I seen a video where this interviewer was walking around and he was asking people. He's like, name 5 books in the Bible, not the first 5.
Well, whoop them.
Man, the
Whoop
answers.
them. Boy, I'd have hit him with some books that he'd have been like, "That's in there."
Yeah.
I slapped across his head. But yeah, that's you know what I'm saying? That's the world today. That's the world that we in today, man. People don't want to listen and learn. People don't want to read. Ain't nobody want to pick up a book and read, man. Me and my rib got us a good library going. Dark got him a good library going. That's what you're gonna have to have, because we don't know when this thing might hit, and we be depending on books. You ain't gonna be able to order no more books.
A good EMP drop, it's over, for
We done. I got so many books that I hadn't read yet. Yeah. I'm gonna be entertained. Not to mention this sword, boy.
Yeah.
This sword go on and on. Every time you read it, you find something. Every time we hold a lesson, we learn something. We learn something. I'm talking about me and Dark. Mm-hmm. Every time we do a lesson, every time we drop an episode, we learn something, man. Ooh, Converse, that's hard, boy. Bars.
No, that's good. Bars. Good. It's fun to mental. Right.
Fun, F-U-N, 2-T-O, mental, M-E-N-T-A-L.
That's right.
Fun to mental. But the thing about it is, you got to reteach yourself, Converse. You got to reteach yourself, because in this simple life that we've grown accustomed to, you find joy and your interests change. So now you have to reprogram that. You got to reprogram that to find it interesting to read. Now, for some of us, we've always liked to read, but what we liked to read changed. You know what I'm saying? So now we have to reprogram ourselves to get a good kick out of this stuff, man. Man, look here, me and Dark get to talking about the scripts, bro. We talk for hours on the phone. We just be talking.
Be having to go to work, be at work, or
be at work, going to work, leaving work, need to probably be getting some sleep before work.
Sleep, yeah, that's our thing, right? We be just asleep still talking about them scripts, man.
Bro, that's what we do, bro. And all praise to the Most High for putting it in us to get joy from it. Man, this ain't no homework. I don't dread reading these scripts, man. I'm thinking to myself, how many people thought Adam and Eve were the first two? How many people gonna go back and do the homework and don't just take our word for it?
Right, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Fact check what we saying. Fact check it.
Right, but how many people? Earlier, right?
Bro, hey, look here. Hey, that what you supposed to do. Yep. Hold me accountable. Hold me accountable.
Yeah, I can't even, Sister Quay, I can't even listen to some music I used to listen to. I can't even. Man. It's tough. It's tough now. Like all that world.
It's hard listening to people talk. It's hard listening to people talk now, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I got a dude at work, bro. He talks. He sounds so. He sounds stupid to me now. I'm just gonna go and put it out there like that. I try to find another word, but it ain't. He just sounds stupid to me now, man. It's just ridiculous. I can't believe I used to put up with conversations like that, man. Meaningless conversations that go nowhere. Like, bro, what is you talking about, man? He was talking about some youngsters in his neighborhood. Man, I'm tell you, boy, them boys right there, boy, they stepping, boy, they got them things on them. They don't care if the police coming through, they busting. Hey, they my security, bro. I got a whole community full of security. They letting it loose. Bro, you said these the young ones. These are the young dudes under you. And they your security and you letting them run around like that? Man, I'm finna go to my job station, bro. Man, you ain't talking about nothing, man.
He ain't trying to teach him a Torah or
bro,
nothing.
this dude pushing 50 years old. He pushing 50.
He got them young steppers.
Come on, man. You letting them jump out there like that on your behalf? Don't you probably be protecting them? It's wild, bro. Wild. But we got to get this understanding, man. We got to realize it's more than 2 of every animal on the ark, and that's a metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a metaphor. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The thing about it is, just because it's something so small as carrying the animals on the ark, don't mean there's not nothing you can learn from it if you reprogram yourself. Go back, check it, fact check it, read it. It said call their name Adam. Mm-hmm. What?
Just like that make man in our image, bro.
Our image. Go back, man.
Our
what?
Image.
Let me get an understanding of that.
Our image.
It's homework within itself, bro. That's homework within itself, man.
And we call them Adam. You hear me?
That's all I'm saying, bro. Go do that little homework. Yeah, Quay, it be girls at work, man. Look, the way they be dressed at work is ridiculous, man. Yeah. It'd be ridiculous.
Super harlot world going on, ain't it, man?
Man, it's a world full of harlots, full of whoredom. But the Most High said it was gonna be there, man. Yep. Said they were gonna create inventions just so they can continue whoring. Mm-hmm. And that's what they've been doing every day, man. But yeah, we don't reached our mark, man. You got something else you want to add, bro? You got a script you want to bring out or something, man?
Let's see. You know, on my notes, I always got them.
Man,
them good old.
Swing something to give them something to marinate on, bro.
Closing remarks. Let's see. We're gonna let's bring out that Hebrew. You bring this out for me, bro. Let's bring out that Hebrews 5:8-9. Hebrews 5 8-9.
Hebrews 5, and it reads, though he were a son, yet learned he obedience by the things which he suffered. And being made perfect, he became the author of eternal salvation unto all them that obey him.
I'll praise to the Most High.
That thing there hit.
Forever.
That thing there hit now. I ain't gonna say it don't, bro. So, you know, let's just make the Most High sacrifice and the sacrifice that his son made, let's make it worth something, bro. Mm-hmm. If they did that, they must have thought highly of us, and they thought it was possible that we can be one nation worthy of salvation, or else they wouldn't have never did it. And the thing about that is, just know, once we get 144,000, he finna come back with that sword in his hand. And who knows? Dark, he might not need but one more number to make it 144,000. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I might be the last one. You might be the last one. Converse might be the last one. Mm-hmm. Sister Quay, you might be the last one. And all you got to do is one thing that you got to get in order. And you could be holding up the new world. We could be the ones holding up the new world. Because he got a specific number that he want. He want 12,000 from every nation. Maybe that's something that we'll get into tomorrow. But once we get that 144,000, he coming back, boy. Stepping in the wine press.
Man.
Stepping in the wine press, man.
No screw hit right. Don't screw on that screw hit too hard right there. They said they're gonna make him drink it. You hear me? All them people who didn't know, all them people who denied him and got that number, them
eat your words. That's what that means. That's what that means. Eat your words. But yeah, I'll pray to the Most High, man. This jump right here hit. This been a good one. I hope it make people go into the scripts with an open mindset. Like we said, open-minded and residue-free. Try to watch that residue from what the things that they taught us, the things that they gave us, and don't just accept what they give us. Let's try to do some homework. Let's try to get some understanding out of it. Don't just play rock, paper, scissors. Ask the question, why they put rock and paper and scissors together? Ask the question. Go do some homework.
What made them pick that?
What made
them pick? What made them pick the apple? You hear me,
bro? Why apple?
Why the
Go
apple?
do some homework. Let's find out. You might run up on something, man.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, you're gonna run up on something. Even if you don't run up on what you intended to find, you're gonna find something because we do it every time. And y'all know our slogan, you know what I'm saying? We ain't just want to watch the world turn around. You feel me? Or we ain't want to watch it revolve, we want to help it turn around.
Watch it turn around for sure.
Man, we want to see the thing turn around. But yeah, I'll pray to the Most High, bro.
For sure. Forever.
Man, forever. Hey, I'll pray to the Most High forever.
Forever.
You hear me? Man, to the chariots fly. I'll pray to the Most High to the chariots fly.
Chariots fly, for sure.
For real. But yeah, I liked it this jump, bro.
I did too, man. It was a good one.